Welcome to my presentation. I will be sharing with you about my internship and my degree, which is in marriage and family. I have been a student at Brigham Young University online. My name is Crystal Hymas. I'm a wife, mother, student, and disciple of Jesus Christ. I've continued my education through the online program offered at BYU Idaho. I graduated with my associate's degree in 2011, right before our first child was born. Now graduating with my bachelor's at 9 months pregnant with our third child. In a couple of years, I will complete my third degree. I have been concurrently working on this with my bachelor's degree. The third is an associate's degree in family history research. My main goal is to raise my children, and I plan to continue volunteering with my bachelor's degree in the community where I live. I have started my own business of family history research, which will be my main hobby until late adulthood. I have truly loved the opportunity to continue learning and being a mother, raising our children, and not feeling limited because the BYU Idaho online program has offered me the flexibility to take just 2 or 3 classes and still balance everything. I definitely recommend 2 classes. It's the healthiest choice, but everybody is different. I interned at the Family Crisis Center here in Rexburg, Idaho. At the Family Crisis Center, there are multiple ways that they serve and love the community, and I've really grown to appreciate the advocates that work here. There are adult advocates that work with families who experience domestic violence. There is a team that do forensic interviews, which are interviews with minors who have experienced domestic violence, sexual abuse, and they work closely and respect the police department and the legal process that's there. And so it's not something they do independently. They are very good at what they do and make a great impact on the community. There is a thrift store that I'll talk about more in my presentation, but people bring in donations, and all the donations from the community go to the family thrift store. It's called Second Helpings. People donate clothes, shoes, toys, household things, and all of the proceeds that come from those sales go to the families who are in need. And so those who are working in the thrift store are working, most of them are working with volunteer hours, so a lot of internships help there too. And then another area that the Family Crisis Center serves the community is through their food bank. How do they help? Well, like I said, there's food and clothing assistance, referrals to legal aid, referrals to scholarship programs, safety planning. There is a confidential shelter. Community and school presentations are taught by advocates, and those who set these up are professional in what they do in helping educate and prevent abuse in the community. There are resources for crisis counseling, personal support, advocacy in obtaining services, support groups for women and children, legal and criminal justice advocacy. And there's more information. There's one I would like to add. There's help for those who have questions about immigration and processes like that. There is both English and Spanish support here at the Family Crisis Center. Welcome are all kinds of donations that you can think of. Walk-ins are welcome. All degrees are invited to seek internships here. It really is an environment where there are strong advocates and they have the right perspective of what a healthy family is like, and they really help those who come in to find the support and the services that fit their situations. So some of you may know what domestic abuse is, but do you really know what domestic abuse covers? It covers physical abuse, sexual abuse, psychological and emotional abuse, identity abuse, economic and financial abuse, and especially elderly or disabled abuse. Domestic and family violence is not restricted to income, race, or culture, or age. It should never be tolerated or acceptable. Loving the abuser and loving what they do are two separate things. Safety in a relationship is vital, just as breath is to life. The Rexburg Food Bank here at the Family Crisis Center is open to all Madison County residents in need of food assistance from Wednesday 12 to 1. All you need to do if you are in need the help is bring proof of your residency here in Madison County, and that can be through a bill or some kind of piece of mail with your name on it. At the food bank, we are so grateful for all the donations that come from stores like Albertsons, Brolum's, Walmart, and others. The process kind of goes like this. So with the delivery truck and volunteers and workers, they'll pick up the food. It's loaded, then unloaded at the Family Crisis Center. And they are picking up perishable items at these locations. There are the non-perishable items that are donated, which help families in need, and that's things like toilet paper, cleaning supplies, even diapers. So they really take everything and it gets handed out to the community as the needs come in. At the food bank, it's not uncommon to find people having fun, and it's also not uncommon to see people so young that they need to be put in car seats. Mothers and children come and work all the time. There are students from campus that come. There are just people in general all around the community that come and help support. So all the food is sorted and organized and gone through. Dates are checked and things like that. As things are organized and put away, then they begin filling food boxes. The Family Crisis Center helps feed about 150 families a week. As I had mentioned earlier, they have a thrift store called Second Helpings. It's open Monday through Thursday, 10 to 3, and Friday, 10 to 2. So in the Family Crisis Center, this is a place that if there are advocates who are helping a client that are in need of something, they can take them down and they don't have to buy it. It's a donation given to the Family Crisis Center to help those in need, and they'll take clients down to help them get clothes or shoes or things that their kids need even at the beginning of the school year. There are, as I'm trying to show here, accessories. There's boy clothes, girl clothes of all ages, men and women clothes, and the prices are truly reasonable. There are books, toys, dishes, crafts, things that help out people in the community and make it affordable.
Hi, my name is Marie Harris. I am the intern coordinator at the Family Crisis Center. The Family Crisis Center helps victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, stalking, teen dating violence, and children that have been victims of sexual or physical abuse. As an intern at the Family Crisis Center, you'll get to pick an area of focus to specialize in. The different areas of focus that we have are our child advocacy, our adult advocacy, either English speaking or Spanish speaking, public awareness, documentation, and physical needs. The different areas of our internships cover all the different areas where we help our clients. All of our interns get opportunities to answer our phones, that is our crisis line, and to work with our advocates as they work with clients. If you're interested in applying, please go to our website. It's www.familycrisiscenter.info. Go under the volunteer tab, since it is an unpaid internship. You are volunteering your time, and you will find our internship information. There's an application you fill out, and you also send in your resume to me at marieh@familycrisiscenter.info. Thank you.
I'd like to thank my family for supporting me getting this degree. It has taken a long time, but I know that it's benefited my family at the same time as educating me and helped me gain this degree. I'd like to thank BYU Idaho because I have truly been able to use BYU Idaho as a whole to help me get this degree, not just the classes they make available. But I've been able to use online tutoring, on campus tutoring. There are professors that I used to know from when I was on campus that have been available to me to answer questions. I'd like to thank each advocate at the Family Crisis Center for the experience that they gave me, and every time they asked me to help, even if it was laminating paper for a project they had, it really was an opportunity to learn how they work and see how important it is that they work together. I am grateful for those who choose to say no, for those who stand up and say, no more will I accept this abuse, or no more will I watch this go on in my family. But when you make that choice, it's you that's making it, and it's much more gratifying when an individual makes that choice and is not forced by another. It empowers the victim, and it empowers that change to be more acceptable and more permanent in their lives. And I would like to thank the community of Rexburg for being dedicated to helping and reaching out. I've seen more volunteers come in and out of the Family Crisis Center while I was interning here than any other experience I've had. I am grateful for my experience, and I hope that you've enjoyed this presentation, that it's given you a little more information about what goes on here at the Family Crisis Center.